vocabulary is great. Like, I think as a singer, I think something I hear back, like in my job, so often from singers and talking to so many of them is often like, you know, my biggest problem is I can't hear, you know, like they feel like they can't hear their voice. And this can be a difficult thing, right? Because when you just sing on your own in a room, you hear the vibrations in your head and in your jaw and the reflections in the room. Then you go into a big room and there's a band with you or whoever else is playing and there's a sound system. Sometimes you can lose that connection of what you're hearing right here and you need to get reinforcement back at you. And that monitoring sound you get back, you know, being able to voice whether you're hearing that or not, like as simple as being able to tell a live sound engineer it's too quiet or it's too loud is really important. And often, it sounds so silly, but I can remember as a live sound engineer, sometimes what the singer would say is, it doesn't sound right, or I can't hear. But to a live sound engineer, you can't hear might be that overall the level's way too loud, you can't hear anything. It might not, you might actually have to, you know, bring the level down to make that right for the singer, and vice versa. Or them saying that it doesn't sound right. Well, what doesn't sound right? Like, is it another instrument? It's myself. So the vocabulary of just being able to say whether or not you can hear yourself and whether it's too loud or too quiet is a hugely valuable thing to a live sound engineer. And as your vocabulary can stretch beyond that into different ideas, like there's too many high frequencies that I hear back. It's too bright. It's too dark sounding. These kind of things can be very helpful to a live sound engineer. And you know, I think different live sound engineers have different vocabulary that they use, so knowing that person and knowing how they speak is important. But if you can have that rapport with them, they can do a better job. There's no question.